For me, it was a struggle in the beginning. I could see how I was powerless because I could literally see, oh, I wouldn't want to drink, but I would do it anyway. And that seemed so clearly powerless to me. But I had a much harder time accepting that my life was unmanageable, because it felt like it was pretty manageable, even though it wasn't. But it took me some time to get that second part of the first step.
I think of, the only time I seemed out of control when everybody around me was saying, you're a disaster. But, as an addict, I always thought I had it completely under control. And why were people just bugging me? I was like, just give me a break.
I guess I'd admitted that I was powerless over alcohol without really understanding that I'd admitted it. But I'd admitted that I had a problem with alcohol when I spoke to the psychiatrist for the first time. He was probably the first person I was ever honest with about drinking, how much I was drinking and how many drugs I was taking. I'd admitted the drugs to some people and I'd admitted the drinking to others, but I hadn't put the two together and gone, this is what I'm really doing. And he was the first man. I did that too.
Give you a very simple, example. The denial syndrome is a big one in recovery. A guy comes and says, yes, I want to get well. What is the degree of his motivation? Who can judge that? By his yes that comes from his lips, or from his, as I say, from his head level? Even if he may be very honest from his gut level, who is going to judge that? What is the way you can judge that? Yoga, you can't, the body never tells lies. So, truth, encounter with truth, and the very first step, yoga helps. And that is why we have a set of restorative postures which calms down the persons, kind of brings about a hypometabolic effect. And that leads that person to say to oneself, that I am all right. I am all right. Deep down, I am all right.
And just, they talk about denial. Denial really means you don't even know you're lying. That's what denial is. It's not like you're trying to kid people. Denial is you don't know it. It's, you could pass a lie detector test.
Denial is causal. Denial, it's a kind of, it's something that doesn't solve itself. It doesn't give you any solutions to figure out how to face what you don't want to face.
When people are challenged with a health problem as addiction, and they do acknowledge in the first step of the program that helplessness, by that helplessness, they are led into a hope of a healing process. That healing process has to be recognized as a power higher than their ego.